Hello, welcome to my peaceful place, my creative space. I have two more cards for Polly's Pretties collaboration of Beauty and the Bee that I'd like to share. This is going to be card 11 and card 12, and that means that I only have 3 left to do. And so let me show you what I did on these cards. So for card 11, the prompts were a bow and a free space. So for that free space, I kind of chose music. It started with the bow, so bow was there, and this bow here is off of if you remember in one of the other cards, I used a bee. That was, that felt bee was on this bow, which sat on the shoulder of my Wee's outfit when she was a baby. So I got to use that other part of the bow where I pulled the bee off. So there's her bow, and then I thought she's got to have a big bow on her head. So then I thought I'm going to use music paper for her hair. So this music paper that I cut her hair out of came from a French music book that a charming friend of mine sent me. Thanks, Charming. And doesn't she look cute with her little hair? And then for her hair bows on this one, I used these old vintage earrings that were in just like I just popped off the backs and glued them down there, and they have like a little black gem in them. So I thought those looked really perfect for music. Her dress was cut from a card where it just had a little bit of the design. So her dress was all black except for the bottom. I really liked that look. And it had a little bit of gold in the dress, and that's why I thought those earrings, I mean, not the earrings, I'm sorry. Well, they are earrings, but the hair bows look cute. It pulled out the gold, it pulled out the black, and it looked like it would go together. I have her playing the guitar. How cute. It's not the first time I've used these guitar buttons to have things playing the guitar. Let me grab it real quick. Because they did pull it. I pulled it. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, I won first place at the state fair last year with my little Daisy playing the guitar. A little ATC card that I had made. Do you see the little Daisy playing the guitar? I love it. It's just a card, you know. And so that was one of my things I put in there. And I won that. So I like using those buttons. I have other things playing the guitar as well. Leaves and a potted plant, you know. Oh, and that is no, that's not the potted plant. I have another one. Anyway, so that's something I enjoy doing. I think that's a cute little thing to create with the guitars. I love those buttons. I added a little bit of trim on the edges. It's just kind of peeking. It has a hint of yellow, like a butter yellow. You can kind of see it better on that side. And then I added some music note stickers in a blue because that kind of matched and pulled out that little bit of blue. It added another color to the card, and I liked that. So those were perfect. Pulled out that blue. Of course, there's some bees. I originally had the idea of making like a music note, but having the bee be the little body here. But these bees were too big, and they're really I don't have much, and so that's kind of the smallest bees that I had. If I'd had tiny bees, I think that would have translated quite well. But when I drew, that's why this is here, because I had to cover up on the card. When I drew their little lines, even my Wee, she didn't really care for it either. She goes, no, Mom. And so we went this way. So there's a little bit of that cohesive paper of the honeycomb in the background. I went and dug for, I have a few hymns, and I found this one out of a good old Baptist hymn there that says, you know, be glorified. And so what I did there is I just added another E. So it says be glorified, and that's what she's doing. She's singing. It's a little speech bubble. I'm not sure if it translates well, but when I added the glitter. So she's singing be glorified to the little bees. And she comes and sings to the bees, and she wants to remind them to sing, don't sting. So this little scene came off of another page that I've already been cutting off of for this project. So I loved the scrolliness to it. It reminded me of music. And I loved that it said sing. And I was like, that's going to be perfect. And then I thought, so that's a piece of the honeycomb from one of my earlier cards where I cut that out as the relief. And I got some of those old goofy stickers, letters that I've had forever. And I wrote, don't sting there. I had to kind of create a T, but I liked the way that turned out because the T's tall. So it's a capital. It looks cool. And then at the bottom, I've added a little polka dot button with a little charm heart and a little honeycomb. And, oh my goodness, I think she's precious. So there she is. That's our little girl that comes and sings to the bees. And she reminds them, be glorified and sing, don't sting. So I thought that was precious. Okay, and number 12, the prompts for this one was enamel dots and a butterfly. So that's what I did here. Enamel dots, you know, I'm kind of working with limited supplies. And so I hope these will count, but they're not really a dot. I guess that would be kind of a gem. But anyway, I did add these little, you know, enamel. They're not on a sticker. They're in it. They came in like, I think, they're actually from my Wheeze. Kind of things that she likes the gems more than I use them. So I hope that counts. I've used these in a few other cards for hair bows as well. And so I liked that. These were little bee stickers that came from a pet sticker pack, so go figure. And then this is a cardstock wing or butterfly that I used as her wings there. And then she has, again, this paper, her hair was cut from some of the paper that I've been using. This, you know, that's cohesive. And it's got little yellow butterflies on it. Can you see that? And then her dress, cardstock in green. And I had her kind of flying there. When I lifted up her leg to do the glitter, it's kind of doing funky things, so I may have to just tack it down there. I added glitter to that edge and to this edge because, as I said earlier in a video, I really like the look to that. So that glitter just, it matched all the colors in the wings, and I thought it was really pretty. Look how sparkly it is. And then here, this is a piece of my crochet I made. It's a little corner piece. And I glued on it a little vintage daisy. These are some little flower, you know, resin flowers, I guess. This is a bit of tatting and vintage tatting that had blue in it. And then I added the little vintage, you know, it was like a ribbon of daisies. And in the center, they all had this little gem. So that's kind of cool, but it's kind of lost its sparkle. It's pretty old. I think that came from a stash I got from, either, I want to say my mother-in-law. And there's a little butterfly as well, kind of hanging out in the, you know, in the flowers. I think that looks so pretty. I'm getting glitter everywhere. And my lighting is perfect right now. Note to self, around 3 o'clock. The lighting in my space is beautiful, so you really can see these. There's shimmer in the wings, and I think this came out precious. So these are my next two. Let's show it again. And I did get a little impatient, and I laid them all out this morning. I started these, well, I started, you know, this one last night, and then I finished it up, and I did the next one this morning. And they just finished drying, or I get so excited to want to share them with you. But I was like, no, wait for them to dry. That would stink if you're sharing it and you drop it and there's glue and glitter everywhere. So I was a good girl. But they look so cute lined up. Well, I can't wait to show everybody. I'll probably take it outside and like hang it up, you know, on a tree or something. You can really see how cute it is. But so those are those two cards. And yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye.